Diamonds in the chains, bust down wrists. And you ain't never seen no like this. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when the drop, whole game in the chokehold. Chillax, 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 chillax. Chillax, 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 chillax. Chillax, 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 chillax. Chillax, 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 chillax. Relax, 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 relax. Oh. Relax, 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 relax. Oh. Relax, 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 relax. Oh. Relax, 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 relax. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something.
And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Atlanta Falcons. Mason Crosby of the Packers has it teed up, and off we go from Lambeau. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker.
Let's go.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. And he fires one that's intercepted. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
They come out here in the eye. They'll run forward with Montgomery. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. It was Ricardo Allen there on the coverage.
This close to the goal line, you got to be very careful with the offense calls rub routes. When I call a pick trying to screen you off from your coverage, does a nice job of avoiding that and helping force an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches.
Hey, 50.
Rodgers with a keeper, and he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Rodgers taking it in, and the Packers have taken the early lead. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Crosby on now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Let's go.
On second down, Ryan connects with Sanu right side. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage because man coverage, you're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
He completes it to Julio Jones. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jones. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary tackle.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Nick Perry in there to sack him for a loss of 6. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now Ryan on 2nd down. The left side completion to Jones. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. A really nice gain of 25 yards. A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Let's go. Hey, let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense.
And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at the 20. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Forced out to his left. And some room to maneuver. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Let's go, let's go. Yeah.
On second down, here's Rodgers. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up third. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
3-19 and on.
Throwing is Rodgers. He gets it over the middle to Cobb. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Rodgers to Cobb. Good for a Green Bay first.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make this a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They go play action for Montgomery, and now Rodgers. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Takk McKinley in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Working from the gun, Rodgers. He's going to look deep down the field, and that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 67 yards. And the Packers add on to their lead. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double-dog dare them
I was
to do
going to
that?
ask, maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film when opposed to try something from the 15 on the PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, did we...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, 72 yards. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability. Now Matt Bryant on for the point after. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that will get him one closer. Here's Bosher to kick it away. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field.
check 26.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, check 26. Go to 50.
A play fake to Montgomery. Now Rodgers. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Let's go, come on. Hey, 50.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Ricardo Allen, the safety, makes the stop.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The pickup of 11, and it moves the chains. They go play action here on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Montgomery. That one goes for 36 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Zoom, zoom. Hey, zoom, zoom.
Now Rodgers. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
319.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. With a quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. The Packers on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here.
26.
They'll run it with Williams. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. So on now for the Packers is their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Crosby puts it through. And that now makes this a 15-7 game. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to, and forced a field goal attempt that went through.
And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. Trevor Davis now to return. And that should give his guys a spark. He's up all the way to the 44-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Rodgers steps away. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Here's Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. And this is taken in at the 5. That goes for a gain of 31. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now it's Rodgers. The quick slant cut. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Trevor Davis from 4 yards out. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So we get set to start this 3rd quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Well, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1.
Let's go.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know. They're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally, I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
They'll run it with Coleman. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. On 1st down, Ryan. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Second and 10. It's Ryan again. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Muhammad Wilkerson. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Third and long. It's Ryan. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be caught. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Julio Jones. 54 yards. And the Falcons get a bit closer. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point. And our score stays right where it is. Back now at Lambeau, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. That's caught by Montgomery. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. Call it a gain of 3. And that'll make it 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Packers on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. This is Cobb with a catch right side. And down he'll go at the 25. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10. Now Ryan on 1st down. Caught on the right side by Jones. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
Now it's Ryan. He's airing it out for Sanu. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Falcons. Mohamed Sanu, 59 yards. And the Falcons draw a bit closer.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Bryant's extra point up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and then, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this.
Hurry up, hurry up. Get 300. Get 300. Jumbo! Hey, where are going?
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And some room to roam now. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
Let's go, come on.
1st down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front. Good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds and keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. And the Falcons going to use another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. To throw is Rodgers. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. Rodgers now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
319.
Rodgers looking to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw. Rodgers. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read. Better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Rodgers to throw. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
That's fine, yeah.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Zoom. We are going.
Rodgers throwing here. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Crosby with the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Crosby on now to kick it away. And And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Ryan. Flushed out right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Nick Perry in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.